everyone, it's Hairyfrankfurt and I'm incredibly confused. So I'm going to open this with a series of selfies that I took of myself this morning. I'm just gonna show them to you. I'm just gonna let you have a look over them. They're very basic. They are all very predictable, very safe for my idea of how I should look. And then I'm going to ask you, now that you've reviewed the footage, you have seen what I am talking about, and just generally what you know of my body. This is so stupid. Generally what you know of my body, right? Obviously I share my body quite a lot on the internet, and so recently, or just generally, even throughout all of the old stuff, anything that you think you know about my body, this is, oh god, this is opening me up for so much
emotional damage.
Do you think I'm bottom heavy? Please leave a comment letting me know if you think I'm bottom heavy, because I know that my opinion of myself is not super reliable, and I may have a little bit of a teensy weensy incy baby bit problem with dysmorphia. But now let me tell you the story time about why I'm so adamant that I need to ask this question. So let me just start again. Let me just open up. Let me start from the top. Hey, hi, roll the tape. And by that I mean, please subscribe. And I'm gonna make the video now. So you guys all know the ex, right? The ex that I was hell-bent on devoting my life and my emotions and everything to for a million fucking years, right? We dated for, I wanna say 5 years, but that would probably be incorrect because we broke up in 2020. This is the one that dumped me multiple times a year and came back multiple times a year to be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that I said that you were this thing that you're clearly not. Let me just make up for it by love bombing you, and then waiting for the calm period, and then leaving again and doing it again so that I have something to apologize for in a few months when I unblock you and come back. Yeah, so that one. The one that I really should not have been madly in love with for 5 years. He had this really good habit of always telling me what he wanted in a woman, and it tended to be things that I couldn't be, right? Like Indian. I can't be Indian. It's just not a thing that I can be, and I am not trying to be Indian either. I'm not trying anymore. Because genuinely this guy told me so many things about we'd be together and he'd be like, wow, I normally insert porn category of woman instead. And I'm trying to figure out why is he with me if he likes skinny girls who look like they're gonna die? Why is he with me if he likes Indian women? Why is he with me if he wants librarians or goth girls or thick girls? Or, and this is where it really, everything that I thought I knew about my body is just flipped. Because I have always had issues with my body. We know about that. We've been here, we've spoken about it. I always thought that I knew. Oh my god, I feel so gaslit. I always thought I knew that I could get quite slender on my upper half and that it was harder for me to lose weight on my bottom half. And I always thought that my legs were kind of big. I didn't like them. I don't like my legs. I think they're too big. I don't like that they have fat on them. I don't like the cellulite. I don't like the stretch marks. I don't like the way they jiggle. I don't like that they just kind of are soft and gross and they're fat. To me, my legs are fat, right? And that's just always something that I've held to know about myself. But I can kind of see that I have collarbones, right? Now that I've been losing weight, my arms are kind of not blobs, as my mother said, you know, I can almost see my abs. I can see my ribs sometimes, and not that that is anything that I want anyone else to strive for, but that's just things that I thought I knew about my body, right? So I've always kind of held this view. I've always kind of held this view of myself of being smaller on top and bottom heavy. And so my question to you is, am I bottom heavy? The reason I'm asking is because my ex one day why am I sharing this on the internet? And it stuck with me so bad. Kind of all the things that my mum told me when I was a kid, which oh my god, how crazy. I chose a partner that was very much like my parent. Oh, wow, the history repeating itself? No. Anyway, I really need to get to the point. So we were lying in bed cuddling, and I must have been either naked or not wearing very much, because he made a comment about my body that he's like, wow, I'm surprised I'm with you because normally I like bottom heavy girls. And I kind of looked at him I am bottom heavy. Like it didn't make sense to me that he was like, normally I like, as if he was like, wow, your body isn't bottom heavy and I like bottom heavy. And so I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, you know, like my like my best friend's wife, you know, like her body. Now let me just paint a picture of what this woman, bless her soul, lovely girl, she's fine, she's great, she's so not my body type. She has what I like to refer to as back pain, like back pain. She's got milk. She has secured the payload and it would be causing significant back pain, and it is right there. She's got stuff that I could never have because again, I can't be everything that my ex-partner wanted me to be, so that's why I'm just gonna give it up on that. I can't have G-cups. I can't be Indian. I like that I have a lean chest, you know? I'm not top heavy, I thought. I didn't think I was top heavy. And my ex, while we were together, was like, you know, like her. And I was like, really? Like, really? And he goes, okay, no, obviously she's got that, but he's like, but she's also like bottom heavy. I think it was just one of those things that he did to kind of get me to feel jealous of the relationship he had with her, because I was jealous of the friendship that he had with her. And he'll like say things like, oh, I almost sniffed her panties. Never shared that with anyone in the world. And I don't know how much of this is true, right? Like I don't know how much of this is true. But this entire time, like after we broke up that time, I went through my hideous eating disorder relapse where I kind of didn't want to talk about it. Still don't really want to talk about it. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it anymore because YouTube has also age gated my original eating disorder video or videos. But all that to say, like I relapsed harder than I've ever relapsed in my life after we broke up, after he made that comment. And then every so often I would post a body check of myself and be like, am I bottom heavy yet? Because my brain clung to this, because he has just flipped everything that I thought I knew about my body. And so I'm asking the internet, right? And the internet for some reason is not on my side with this. Like apparently I must be wrong about what I think of my body. And I think this is where I'm able to make sense of it from my mostly recovered brain and mostly not, you know, mostly sober from my ex brain. I think when I think of bottom heavy, I'm like creating a false dichotomy between like bottom heavy or top heavy. So I'm comparing my lower half to my upper half, in which case, yeah, women are meant to be bottom heavy. Women are meant to have wide hips and thick thighs, and they're supposed to be able to spit babies out of their vaginas, right? Like that's just how the body's meant to be designed for women. And so I'm thinking like, yeah, I am bottom heavy because genetically I'm a female and I have wide hips, I have a slightly smaller waist, and I have big legs. Like I just have big monster thighs, right? I just got like thunder thighs in my mind, okay? So like in my mind, that's the dichotomy that I'm making. But when I ask people like my ex or people at the gym or like people on the internet, they are using it as a comparative to other people. So if you compare me to other women, you might be looking at me in size relative to other women, in which case, no, I'm not. In which case, not being bottom heavy would be a compliment also. So I'm coming to terms with the idea of me being bottom heavy because that's how I've just always identified myself, because I've been comparing my lower half to my upper half, in which case, yeah, I'm not top heavy. So I'm not top heavy. So in my mind, I can understand why I'm validating my idea that I'm bottom heavy and justifying that idea, but I can also see how me being a petite woman overall would mean that I'm not bottom heavy relative to women who carry more weight than I do. And that I can see as also a compliment. So I still just want to know. I wish there was like a dichotomy. Like I wish there was because my eating disorder is like, what's black, what's white? What is yes, what is no? What is good, what is bad? What is true, what is false? Are you this or are you something else? In which case, what are you? And because that's the other thing, like if I'm not bottom heavy, then what am I? And don't tell me that I'm lean. Because bitch is sitting at like 23% body fat right now, right? Like that's just not, I'm not lean. I'm sick of people trying to tell me that I am. I don't know how to make sense of that whole situation. And so I'm coming to the internet and asking you to please help. You know, like just help a girl out. Did that make sense? Also, I have new hair. I'm trying to get it back to the white color that I used to have. Well, yeah, that was the other thing. So when I refer to myself as bottom heavy, I'm attributing femininity to being bottom heavy. So when people say that I'm not bottom heavy, I'm like, wait, so you think I'm top heavy? You think I look like a boy? Which I don't have gender dysphoria. I don't have any issues with my gender identity. But it confuses me when people think that I'm not bottom heavy because that's something that women are. So are they saying that I don't look like a woman? And the haircut's definitely not helping. The The haircut's definitely sending me, I will say. It was not meant to look like this. It was really not meant to look like this, but that's okay because I'm now asking the internet if I'm bottom heavy and I'm losing miserably. So thank you for watching this. I'm gonna go live on Twitch now, so leave a comment letting me know if you think I'm bottom heavy, and also leave a comment letting me know what bottom heavy means for you. Like, are you comparing my bottom half to my top half, or are you comparing my body to another person's body? Are you putting me on a spectrum, or are you looking at me as an independent thing? And are you assigning bottom heaviness to femininity, or are you putting it on a spectrum of like leanness, right? Because like I would think that maybe bottom heavy could be on the less lean side, that I'm not bottom heavy because I don't have like saddlebags. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of this. I'm trying to also see both sides as being complementary, but yeah. So please subscribe, please leave a comment, please love me a little bit. And you will see me in the next video, which is gonna be one of these. So make sure you subscribe so that you know when it goes up. And yeah, okay. Bye.